serving all of eastern Utah. This is News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM. KOAL. Price.
Welcome to the KOAL High School Baseball Game of the Week. Good morning and welcome to the Game of the Week. I guess it's not really the Game of the Week. It is playoff time. It's the state playoffs here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. Sonny Boscarini and Aiden Mortensen here in Ogden. It is the Emery Spartans. They will start us off this morning with a doubleheader. They will play Grantsville. Emery comes in the 10 seed. Grantsville comes in the 2nd seed. The Emery Spartans wearing their black baseball uniforms with the gold hats. And Grantsville comes in all white with the black and red hats. That's how they look. And it should be a good game today between Grantsville and the Emery Spartans. Now the winner moves on and the loser is done. It's a very big game here. It's kind of weird to say good morning. Early start, 11 o'clock first pitch here in Ogden. Emery and Grantsville. State playoffs, as we said, and starting the pitcher for the Emery Spartans today will be the senior number 7, Garrett Conover. He will start for the Emery Spartans. Starting pitcher for Grantsville will be the senior wearing number 8, Jordan Fossen. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's the Emery Spartans and the Grantsville Cowboys. It is playoff time here up at Ogden. When we come back, we'll talk to the athletic director of the Emery Spartans, Jake. He'll join us, so don't go anywhere.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
Yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM. KOAL.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's Grantsville. The Cowboys, the number 2 seed against the number 10 seed Emery Spartans. Playoff baseball here in Ogden. Now joining us in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, the athletic director of the Emery Spartans, Jake Atwood. It's a busy time right now as we get towards the end of the school year. Aiden and Jake.
Jake, it's always a pleasure to catch up with you here in the booth. And, you know, it's a beautiful day for some baseball up here in Ogden. Thanks for taking the time to come talk to us.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's good to see that Jordan sent the A-team this week. I see Jordan and Travis, and it's good to have some professionals in the house today.
What else can you say about it? It's perfect. We'll just keep that the focus of this conversation. But it's a busy time for athletics at Emery High and across the state. You got baseball, softball, track coming on, and this has been a season where we've seen a lot of good things from all of our teams out at Emery.
Yeah, it's a like you said, it's a busy time. I told my wife when I left, I'll see you either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So depending on how our baseball and softball teams do, but yeah, it's fun. It's the funnest time of year for me. I love the spring state tournaments, and seeing our baseball team win last week against North San Pete, and then our softball team winning on Saturday, and our girls track has a really good shot at state this Friday and Saturday at BYU. So, yeah, really exciting time at Emery High.
And it's one of those things when it comes to the postseason, it feels like the Spartans are always turning it up at the right time. You can put whatever happened in the regular season behind them. Once you get to like those last 3 or 4 games in the regular season heading into the playoffs, it feels like we see a new team year after year, a team who's just hungry to come away with an upset win.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's a huge credit to our coaches. I think we have the right people in the right positions. I trust our coaches big time, and they do a great job. Like you said, we're during the season, we're trying to figure things out, and now we're healthy. But yeah, the players, they every year we get a new batch of players, and every year our coaches have them playing right at the right time, and excited to see what we do this week.
And another team that really turned it up lately has been the softball team. They went out, they got the upset win in the super regional round, now moving on to the state tournament. Love what we're seeing from softball.
Yeah, again, the coaches do a great job getting the girls ready to play at the right time. We went up to Morgan and upset them in a 8-9 game, and now we go and play Grantsville on Thursday. On tomorrow, Tuesday. And heck, you never know. You get them on the diamond, and you never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, our baseball and softball team both play in Grantsville, and hopefully we can get both of them.
Yeah, and then, like you mentioned, girls track at Emery High School, it's kind of setting the standard across the state for what a program can look like. I mean, it's been a couple of years now. They've always been in the running for that state title, just haven't been able to secure it yet. It feels like this year might be the year they turn that corner.
I really hope so, man. Those girls deserve it. And just, after what we did at with cross country and coming and winning state with cross country, that a lot of those same girls are obviously running track for us too. So to see them pull that off back to back, that would be incredible. And it's going to be a fun time at BYU Friday and Saturday.
Now, as we look at this baseball tournament, the strategy really changes when it comes to how you're going to manage this team, especially due to the high volume of games in such a limited amount of days and with the pitch count in effect. It turns these pitching battles into more of a chess match. When do you pull this pitcher? Do you try and make it so he has 1 day rest as compared to 2 days rest if you leave him in? It's such a fun battle to see these managers go at.
It is. It's hard. It's a chess match, honestly. I mean, you have to figure out how, if this pitcher pitches today, this many pitches, when he can pitch again. And, I mean, you can't look ahead, because if you don't make it past sorry, we've got some fighter jets or something flying overhead.
That's part of the problem with Ogden.
Yeah, but anyway, you can't look up ahead too far, because if you don't make it past Monday, you're not going to be playing on Thursday anyway. But yeah, it's like I said, chess match, figuring out how many pitches each pitcher is going to pitch and when they can pitch again. And do you pitch your ace here? Do you pitch your number 3 here? But each coach has their philosophy, and they run with it.
And I think what makes our half of the bracket in particular so interesting is that every team except for Grantsville had some form of upset in the super regional round. You look at Logan, you look at Carbon, both went on the road, and they secured wins against higher seeds. That's what makes this region so interesting to me, is that these are teams that are all peaking at the right time, and it's just going to be who is going to be the first to kind of falter in that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it gives everybody confidence, right? I mean, you got those 3 teams that pulled off upsets. You got Grantsville, the number 2 seed, and I think I can just speak for us, just talking to our boys and our coaches. We're as confident as anybody. We feel like we can come out here and beat Grantsville. We feel like we can make a run and make it to the state championship game. So yeah, and I'm sure those other teams feel that way too. Those teams that pulled off the upset, and they feel good about how they're playing. And I mean, really, everybody at this point, they've either got their bye into this round, or they've won 2 out of 3 last week to get to this round. So they're feeling really confident, and like you said, this is going to make it interesting, going to make it super fun, and should be an entertaining week for sure.
Yeah, confidence at an all-time high for all of these teams. The weather is beautiful. It's a great day for some baseball here at Lindquist Park in Ogden. Jake, it was a pleasure catching up with you. Thanks for taking the time to come talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Again, Jake Atwood joining us here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth as we get ready for first pitch as the Spartans prepare to take on the Cowboys of Grantsville. Sonny, I want to get your thoughts on this. We talked about it with Jake. It's interesting to see all the upsets that happened in the bottom half of this bracket. Going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
Yeah, baseball is different than other sports. I know you you have pitching, which is a huge part of the game, and you have, limits for basketball, football, that kind of thing. You don't. So it makes every game interesting. You have favorites, but it seems like when you come to a baseball game on any day, anybody can be anybody. I get that feeling when I watch baseball, and I think you do too. We talked about it on the way up here.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where I feel like out of any sport, baseball is the one where upsets are more than likely to happen, because ultimately it's a game of skill. You can have the taller players, you can have the faster players, you can have the stronger players, and that plays into your benefit. But at the end of the day, if they're not able to put the ball in play, if they're not able to make those routine catches, they're going to find themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard. So that's what makes this game so exciting to me.
So we take a look at bracket number 1 on the top. Union will play Providence Hall. That's 4:30. And then Canyon View will play Manti at 7 p.m. Those two move on the top bracket. The bracket number 2, the first game of the day, Emery and Grantsville. Now the game following this will be Carbon and Logan at 1:30. We'll be here for that. So we got 2 games back-to-back. That's what we have coming up here on KOAL. So don't go anywhere. Game number 1, Emery and Grantsville. Game number 2, Carbon and Logan. So sit back and relax and enjoy some high school playoff baseball here on KOAL when we come back.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home, with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 7:50 a.m.
Welcome back. Grantsville being the 2 seed, the home team, so the Emery Spartans will bat first. Pitching for Grantsville will be senior Jordan Fawson. He wears number 8. A little bit about what we expect to see from Jordan today.
As we look at Jordan Fawson, Sonny, we know he's the number 2 pitcher in this Grantsville lineup. But despite that, Sonny, he has been on fire all year. 6 wins to his name, no losses. With a 2.94 ERA, he has been lighting it up on the mound throughout the season. Through 35 innings pitched, Sonny, he's recorded 44 strikeouts. This is a kid who knows how to put the ball in the zone and just in the right place so batters cannot make contact.
So taking a look at the Emery Spartans, leading off will be senior number 12 playing right field, Bo Stilson.
And And Bo is incredible at putting that ball into play. You look at his stats, 337 average on the season.
On deck will be the junior number 24, Trig Jensen. He's playing shortstop for the Emery Spartans.
And Trig is a do-it-all kind of guy for Emery, whether he's on the mound, in the field, or in the box. He's able to really put on a show. Trig, previously an Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week for throwing a no-hitter against North Sevier as the season started to enter its back half. He has turned it on at the right time, looking to provide some utility.
And batting third for the Emery Spartans, the senior number 22 playing center field, Peyton Nielsen.
You get Peyton on base, Sonny, you're bound to come up with a steal or two. The kid is lightning fast, hard to pick off on the base path as well. So I'm excited to see what these first three batters for the Spartans can do.
So we are ready to go here in Ogden as we get ready for the Emery Spartans and the Grantsville Cowboys. As Jordan Fossen getting ready for the first pitch, stepping into the batter's box, Bo Stilson, and we're ready to go. And the first pitch is away, and a strike, and an 0-1 count against Bo Stilson.
That was a good first pitch, Sonny. You can tell he's fired up and ready to go. Fossen, perfect delivery on that.
Fossen's second pitch, high and a ball, 1-1 count.
Evens it up. Good plate discipline from Stilson. That's something we've seen throughout his career, is he knows when he needs to swing.
Here's the pitch. Ball for a 2-1 count. Just a beautiful day for baseball here.
Oh, it's gorgeous, Sonny. Not hardly a cloud in the sky. Wind blowing just a little bit, and a hard-struck ball by Stilson.
Center field out there making the catch for out number one for Grantsville, and we have one down.
Now, Sonny, one of the things that you and I noticed walking into Lindquist Field is just how large it truly is. It's going to be hard for any player to try and take a ball yard here because the height of the walls right after the warning track, truly something that most high school players are not used to seeing.
Dunleavy with the catch out in center field. We got one down, and there's the hit by a pitch, so Trig Jensen will take first base.
And, you know, sometimes you don't want to get on base that way, but you'll take it by any means necessary. So Trig gets to make the trot over on to first. First base runner for the Spartans this game.
Peyton Nielsen, the senior, up to bat with a runner on first for the Emery Spartans. Garrett Conover, the pitcher, on deck. He'll try to help himself on the offensive side. The throw over to first base, not in time, trying to keep the runner honest.
And you have to with Trig, Sonny. 21 stolen bases on the season. Tied for first on the team in that category.
Fossen hits Nielsen, so two back-to-back batters hit by a pitch. And all of a sudden, just like that after the first out, the Emery Spartans have runner on first and second with Garrett Conover up the bat.
And Fossen was displaying some great control early on. However, it's quickly slipped as he's hit two consecutive batters. Runners on first and second for the Spartans. Definitely not a situation Fossen pictured himself being in as he entered into this game.
First baseman number one, Ben Johansson, on deck. So runners on first and second. Top of the first inning just underway here. Emery Spartans, Grantsville Cowboys, state playoffs. First pitch in for a strike and an 0-1 count to Garrett Conover.
A little off-speed lob coming from Fossen. He needed to do something to calm his nerves just a little bit, and that was just what the doctor ordered.
Pretty good lead there at second base for Emery. There's the pitch, outside ball, 1-1.
And it's always incredible watching these umpires step behind the plate, Sonny. Probably the most dangerous officiating position you can be in, but also probably one of the best positions you can have across any sport, right next to the action.
Looks back at second, the pitch, in for a strike, and a 1-2 count.
Now Fossen speeding up his throw just a little bit. That first strike was off speed, and now starting to go back to his fastball now that he's regained some of that control.
So we got a 1-2 count to Conover. Runners first and second. Pretty good lead at second. Pitch is high in a ball and a 2-2 count. I did not catch the umpire behind the plate, his name, but boy, he sure was good to us when we pulled up. He showed us where to go, took care of us.
You know, the one thing I don't like about this field, Sonny, was the parking situation. He assisted in that, so a big shout out to him.
There's a shot, shortstop. Fielded, bobbled, throw to first, not in time. We have runners on first, second, and third for Emery here in the top of the first inning. And up to bat will be Ben Johansson.
Well, Sonny, nerves took over there in shortstop. He just could not get his hands on the ball. Fumbles it. What looked like it was going to be a sure double play turned into a no-out situation, and the bases loaded for the Spartans. Emery, they're fired up, and they're ready to go.
Kind of took a little bit of a different bounce for the shortstop over there, Grayson Warren. Couldn't make the throw to first in time, so 1 out. Bases loaded for the Emery Spartans. Junior Ben Johansson up the bat, playing first base. The first pitch is a strike and a 0-1 count.
And you look at what Ben's been able to do through the season, son. He's collected 13 RBIs, a chance for 1 or 2 more through this plate appearance. He's got 5 extra base hits.
Big at bat in this game. Pitch is high and a ball and a 1-1 count. Now, 2 of these runners on base were hit by pitches.
Yeah, no, and that's just an unfortunate start for this game, son. You can't have that.
But you got to take advantage of that situation. Pitch is a strike and a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and Emery in prime position to do just that and take advantage. You don't want to leave 3 runners stranded on base early. That's not a good sign for how this game's going to go with runners in scoring position.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Ben Johansson with the strikeout. First strikeout of the ballgame for Fossen. 2 down with bases loaded, and up the bat will be Drake Stilson, the freshman, playing third.
And Fossum had it fooled Sonny Johansson with a reaching swing, trying to make contact on the wide sweeping pitch, but unable to do so as he heads back to the dugout.
Fossum's first pitch, high and a ball, and a 1-0 count. This is a big at-bat in this ball game. I know it's the top of the first inning, but 2 down with bases loaded. The pitch fouled out of play, out of the stadium actually, and we will have a 1-1 count. But yeah, being so early in the game with bases loaded, 2 down, this is huge.
Especially against a top seed, Sonny, like Grantsville is, one of those top 2 teams. They dominated their super regional 10-0, 18-0, and now they're finding themselves in trouble with the Spartans.
Shot the first, covered there cleanly, and the out, they leave bases loaded. Nice play over there by the first baseman for Grantsville. Coming up to make that play is Cummings. And with that, the top of the first inning comes to an end with 1 hit for the Emery Spartans, but they leave 3 on, no runs. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Emery nothing. Grantsville gets their first at-bats when we come back.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next vehicle. They offer guaranteed lowest prices. Come check out the selection of Ford F-Series trucks, including America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150.
We have them all right here in Price. Stop in and see us for a different experience.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
By Emery.
Oh, especially if you're Fossen, Sonny. You look at it, he hit the 2 batters, loads the bases, and he finds himself in a situation where he only has 1 out, bases loaded, needs to make something happen, gets the strikeout, puts the ball in place where it's just going to be an easy dribbler, and then they escape the inning unscathed. The pitch-perfect performance down the stretch from Fossen and the Grantsville defense, but now they get a chance at offense, and Sonny entering into their super regional game. That's something they had plenty of. They beat Ben Lomond in the game 1, 10-0. The next game, they decide that's not enough, and they win 18-0. So this is a team who, when they get on offense, Sonny, they can be scary.
Jordan Fossen, the pitcher, will lead off for the Grantsville Cowboys, and the first pitch by Conover's fouled out of play out of the stadium as it goes over the top of our head into the parking lot, and it is an 0-1 count.
Yeah, trying to do himself some early favors, Sonny. Love what we're seeing from Fossen.
Riley Williams on deck, fouled once again out of play.
And continuing to battle in that box, Fossen hasn't yet to see a pitch he didn't want to swing at.
0-2 count.
Fouls off yet another one, Sonny. Quality at bat so far for Fossen as he continues to swing with reckless abandon.
3 pitches, 3 fouls. So it's a 0-2 count. Conover.
Well, you can see why he's swinging, though, Sonny. He's a .455 hitter.
Gets the sign. There's the pitch to Fossen. High and a ball and a 1-2 count.
And I like the decision to throw Conover this game, Sonny. I think that's what the Spartans needed to do. You have a top-seeded team like Grantsville. You need to make sure you're having your ace out there trying to take care of business early on.
Here's the pitch. A little blooper back to Conover. Throw over the first in time for out number 1. So the grounder back to the pitcher. Little soft blooper. Fielded cleanly by Conover. The throw over to first base to Johansson for out number 1.
And that's
Riley Williams will be up. The seniors wears number 23, playing right field.
And Williams, a .411 hitter on the year. He's collected a total of 11 extra base hits, 3 of those, Sonny, being home runs. So he's got power behind that swing.
The wind-up, the pitch by Conover, strike right down the tube, and an 0-1 count.
And that's where Conover excels, Sonny. His fastball is immaculate. He can paint nearly everywhere in the zone where he pleases, and it's got such velocity behind it. It's a nightmare for opposing hitters.
Pitch number 2 at a ball, 1-1 the count.
Now just trying to make sure Grantsville doesn't get their offense going early on here. You keep them in check, Sonny. Good things are bound to happen, especially with how your offense performed in the upper half of this inning.
Conover's pitch. Fly ball, high fly ball down the first base line will be covered by Johansson for out number 2.
And
right on the chalk line, about 10 yards behind first base. High fly ball makes the catch for out number 2, and up to bat will be Peyton Cummings, the senior, wears number 17, playing first.
And it was a great showing on that one from Johansson. Great awareness of the field. Sun right in his eyes. Doesn't matter. Snags that ball out of the air.
2 up, 2 down. So far, quite a different inning for the Emery Spartan defense than it was for Grantsville defense. Here's a fly ball to left field, coming in to make the catch, and it's made out there by Nielsen. 3 up, 3 down for the Grantsville Cowboys, and the Emery Spartans will come up in the second inning, tied with Grantsville at 0 when we come back.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Discover the best in local flavor at Stewart's Market in Castledale and Main Street Market in Farron. Enjoy the largest fresh produce section around. Ripe, vibrant, and hand-selected just for you. The personal butcher ensures every cut is just right, and the deli delights with ready-to-eat favorites. Shop fresh, shop local, and taste the difference community makes. Only at Stewart's Market and Main Street Market. Come home to quality and hometown service today.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Go to the top of the second inning here in Ogden. 3A baseball playoffs, and it will be Easton Stoker, the DH, the junior, wearing number 25, will step up to the plate for the Emery Spartans. We're tied at 0 after 1 inning. A much more positive offensive inning for Emery. However, they couldn't get anybody to touch home base. And there's the windup in the pitch by Fossen. just outside and a ball, no 1-0 count.
And it's one of those ones you regret not taking full advantage of, Sonny, because you don't know if Fawson's going to have another inning like that where he hits 2 batters, loads the bases, and whether Grantsville's defense will start making errors like we saw in that first. That's what makes it all the more intriguing to see if Emery can take advantage here or if that was just early jitters in the playoffs.
Pitch number 2 inside and a ball. Pitch number 3 to Stoker's called a strike and a 2-1 count on Stoker.
And Stoker kind of become known for his power behind the plate, Sonny. Tied for first on the team with 2 home runs on the year.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Tice Larson, the catcher, on deck. Bronx Olson, second baseman in the hole for the Emery Spartans. So we have a 2-2 count here. Top of the second inning.
And we've seen Stoker swing the momentum in the Spartans' favor before. For example, early in the regular season, hit a solo shot against North Sanpete, helped put the Spartans on top, and earn the regular season sweep of North Sanpete.
So he fell behind 0-2, but Fawson does a great job working his way back in. Swing and a miss by Stoker for strike 3, and out number 1 and up will be Tice Larson, the senior number 18 playing catcher for the Emery Spartans. Now the winner of this Emery game today will move on to play the winner of Carbon-Logan. The loser of this game will play the loser of the Carbon-Logan game coming up next.
And either way, Sonny, there is a chance that we're going to see playoff rivalry action between the Spartans and the Dinos, and who doesn't love that?
Yeah, absolutely. First pitch is a strike and an 0-1 count. Fawson's second pitch to Larson, high in a ball, 1-1.
And you could hear the snap on the leather of the catcher's glove from that throw. Lots of velocity from Fawson, but control early on has been lacking.
Wind-up pitch, fouled right up towards us. That will hit right in front of us for the foul ball. 1-2. I thought you were going to reach out and catch that.
I thought about it. There was a little baby that almost hit. That was a little worrying, Sonny, but luckily all is well up here in the stands.
So we got a 1-2 count. Just beautiful field here, tucked in, like, in its own little surrounding.
We didn't notice it when we first drove past, but it is a gorgeous facility here.
Swing and a miss. Picked up by the catcher off the ground, throw to first for the out. So strikeout number 2 in the inning and strikeout number 3 in the game for Fawson. And up the bat will be Bronx Olson, the second baseman, whereas number 20, the junior.
I think that's what impresses me most about Fawson's arsenal, Sonny. He has these pitches that fool batters. They break so aggressively that they have the Emery batters chasing at nothing.
First pitch for the ball and a 1-0 count.
Yeah, right over the head that one went.
Second pitch, strike, 1-1.
And that one right on that left corner, Sonny. He painted it perfectly, had the batter backing up, had the umpire ready to call strike.
Fawson's pitch, swing, foul. Was that fouled off or did it cut off the catcher? Either way, it's a strike, so it'll be a 1-2 count.
Yeah, it looked like he made some contact. I'd call that a foul ball. So that hasn't been the problem for Emery in making contact. It's been making contact and putting the ball in play.
Outside the ball. 2-2 the count.
And remember, Sonny, if Grantsville burns a lot of pitches from Fawson, that's going to be one arm they're going to have less going on in these later stage of the tournament, day 3, day 4.
Swing and a foul ball down the third base line. Count remains 2-2. Outside here bringing you the game. It's an honor to bring you guys the game because it's where else would you want to be than right here? It's just beautiful. Great day for baseball. Outside and a ball and a 3-2 full count goes to Olson.
And Fawson just wants to see this inning end. He's shown a lot more control this go-around. However, one more pitch away from either an on-base or a strikeout, and he swings.
Swing and a miss. Once again into the dirt, but then picked up and thrown to first base for strikeout number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. All 3 strikeouts for Fawson. So after that first inning, hitting a couple of batters, maybe a little bit of nerves in the top of the first inning, he looked like much settled in the second inning.
Yeah, looked a lot calmer, and that's something that's going to go to Grantsville's benefit. If he can get going like he did last inning and continue that pace, he's going to be hard to hit off of the remainder of this contest.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, it's Grantsville nothing, Emery nothing.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM at 7:50 a.m.
So as we come to the bottom of the second inning, starting us off will be the senior number 25 playing third, Jackson Jensen. He will start us off for Grantsville. On deck, Easton Hammond, the left fielder, wears number 2.
And Jensen, a .388 hitter on the season, Sonny. Through 67 at-bats, he's recorded 21 hits and 26 RBIs. So lots of impressive stats coming from Jensen.
So the first pitch to start the bottom of the second for Conover, right down the tube and a strike, and a good way to start the inning.
And it was that little off speed that he has. It breaks down into the zone. We'd always talk about Conover's fastball, but his breaking pitches are equally as impressive.
There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Now look at Conover's ERA throughout the season. He's throwing .223 on the hill with 2 wins and 3 losses through 6 appearances.
The wind-up, the pitch. High in a ball, 1-2.
And one thing Conover always does extremely well is getting strikeouts on opposing batters. On the year, a team leading 52 strikeouts, and he's done this all, Sonny, in a shortened season. He had to miss the first part of the year due to injury, but now back on the mound, doesn't look like he's missed a step.
That pitch got a little bit away from Conover. Jensen ducks, it goes over his head, 2-2 count. So we got a 2-2 count here with nobody down in the bottom of the second, tied at 0. Conover's pitch, outside ball, full count.
And that one narrowly outside of the zone.
That was close.
He was trying to get the swing, that reaching swing that we've seen both teams kind of rely on in situations like that, but no bite this go around.
So we're not right behind the plate, so it's hard to tell those corner pitches. But that one was close. The wind up the pitch by Conover, low and a ball and a walk.
And he knew it. He starts his trot to first almost immediately. Jensen with a good eye and good discipline in the box.
So the first base runner of the morning for Grantsville is Jensen. He'll take the walk. Easton Hammond, the left fielder, the senior, wearing number 2 up to bat for Grantsville. So runner on first with nobody out. Conover looks over at first base. Moderate lead for Jensen over at first. Wind up in the pitch by Conover. There's a bunt. Little grounder back to Conover. Throw to first in time for, no, it got past him. I thought he had it. Runner rounds third. Play at the plate. Not in time. Grantsville leads 1-0.
Well, Sonny, we always talk about aggressive base running, and that was a pitch-perfect example of that. Jensen gets to second on what was originally going to be a sacrifice bunt, but the throw from Conover hits the runner in the back. That's what causes it to go astray, and Jensen has enough speed to circle the bases, giving Grantsville the early 1-0 advantage over Emery with only 1 out. We talked about how potent this Grantsville offense is, and that's a prime example of what they are capable of.
So it hit the runner, bounced out in the left field. Looked like it was going to be a play. I don't know what. They're going to call the runner out on first. The runner is out at first, they're saying, because he must have got, it was interference.
Yeah, Grantsville fans aren't happy about that one, Sonny. You can hear them booing and jeering from all the way over here. But it was interference. You really can't argue against that. He was the reason that play turned into what it did. So now the decision we see is, what are they going to be doing with the base runner?
Yeah, we'll see. The umpire did make the out sign. I seen him.
Yeah, he made the
so
out.
We'll wait and see what's going on now as they're having a conversation coming out. Looked like Jensen's coming out as well, so this whole situation, I believe, is going to change, Aiden.
I would have to agree with you, Sonny. Head coach Trevor Thornton out there arguing his case to the officials, trying to get this going. And, yeah, looks like that damage that was just done is going to be reversed.
So Jensen goes back to first. Easton Hammond is called out.
Now batting for the Cowboys, number 16.
Patton Rose, the junior, number 16, the DH, will take the plate now for Grantsville. So let's get it straight now. Jensen's back at first. It's an out. No run scores. So here we go. Conover looks back over at first a couple of times. Moderate lead. Pitch number 1. Ball and a 1-0 count.
And, you know, Sonny, I like when strange situations like that have simplistic resolutions. Normally, we find ourselves scrambling to try and figure out what's going on. But in that case, it was pretty clear-cut what the outcome was going to be as soon as the umpires started discussing it.
Throw over to first. No play there. Just tried to keep the runner honest. So the bottom of the second inning, tied at 0.
And as a team, Sonny, the Cowboys are very potent in the box. A .348 batting average as a team. They've clobbered 14 home runs as a unit.
1-0 count. Conover's pitch. There goes the runner. Throw to second. Is it in time? Got him at second. So a stolen base does not work for Grantsville as Jensen tries to go to second base, but what a play for the Emery Spartans by Larson. Throws it to second base. They make the tag out, 2 down.
Big dinner behind the plate is feasting, Sonny. What a throw from home to second. Emery looks like a different team than what we saw in the regular season, and they have the Grantsville fans red-faced. They have the Emery fans on their feet. They're putting on a show early on in this contest.
So that call goes from no outs, a 1-0 game, to 2 outs, and now nobody on. Up to bat. Still, it's Patton Rose, the DH, but what a play by Larson. What a throw. You know, we talk about it all the time. You know, we both agree to be aggressive on bases because it's a lot easier to run from first to second than it is to catch a pitch, make a good throw, catch the ball, and tag the runner. But Emery did that perfectly on that play. It was a perfect execution to get out number 2.
No, that was incredible, Sonny. And, you know, if you're Grantsville, I still think you go for the steal in those situations.
Sure.
That time didn't go in your favor due to perfect execution from the Spartans.
2 down now for Grantsville. The pitch by Conover is high and a ball and a 1-0 count. Excuse me, 3-0 count. I'm sorry, 3-0 count.
You know, the delay in the action always makes you think that a new batter's getting in the box, especially after an out.
Yeah. So a 3-0 count. Pitch is high and a ball and a 4-0 count, so a walk. Second walk of the inning for Conover, so Rose will take first base with 2 down.
Now, his pitching might not be on point like we've seen throughout the regular season thus far, Sonny. However, the defense behind him has tightened up. They're playing as a unit out there, and you got to love what you're seeing teamwork-wise and communication-wise from Emery.
Catcher Carter Reed, number 7, the senior, will take the plate now for Grantsville with 2 down, runner on first. Conover looks over at first a couple of times. Looks back over there again. The windup in the pitch. It's a ball and a 1-0 count.
And you can tell Tice behind the plate is ready to pop and throw. That was great action from the squatted position up and ready to make the play at second if he needs to.
Moderate lead on first once again for Grantsville. Rose with a couple of steps. Conover looks over there a couple of times once again. Now sets up on the bag. And the windup and the pitch. Throw over to first, not in time. So it looks like Grantsville wants to be aggressive, but I got to tell you, on the defensive side, Emery's being aggressive as well.
Yeah, I don't think Emery's going to allow him to be as aggressive as they want to be.
2-0 count with 2 down. Conover looks over at first once again. The wind up the pitch right down the 2 for a strike. 2-1.
And that's what I like about Conover's pitching so much, Sonny, is that even if he finds himself in a bit of a rut, he always seems to find his way back on course. He can walk 1-2 batters, but then he seems to just find his way yet again and start delivering throws right back to the strike zone.
2-1 count with 2 down. Conover looks over at first. Runner starts to go, goes back, fouled out of play down the first base line out of the park. There's a lot of baseballs that fly out of this place, I can tell you that, because there's not a lot of room on each side of first and third.
No, if I was a kid, I'd be camped in those parking lots. We're trying to get as many foul balls as possible.
So we got a 2-2 count with 2 down, runner on first. Conover looks over at first a couple of times once again, gets the sign, the windup, the pitch is high, and a full count. 3-2.
So now Conover finding himself in a situation where he just wants to end this inning. Hasn't been the best by his standards, but he has a chance now to escape it without any damage done. And at one point, Sonny, that looked like it was an impossibility.
3-2 count. Big pitch here. Conover doesn't look over at first this time. Wind up the pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss for strike 3. It doesn't matter if the runner goes or not. That is the strikeout to end the second inning. As we go to the top of the third inning, we are tied at 0. Coming up to bat for Emery when we come back from our break will be Bo Stilson, Trig Jensen, Peyton Nielsen. When we come back, we're tied at 0.
Hi, I'm Tim Frame with Cache Valley Bank here in Price. Making the right financial decisions for your future can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. Whether you're planning a new construction project, growing a business, or just looking for a better way to save, my team and I are here to provide the local expertise and personal guidance you deserve. Stop by our lobby or use our drive-thru today. Let's make a plan for your success right here in Castle Valley. Cache Valley Bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back. 3A state playoffs. Emery and Grantsville coming up after this. We'll be here for the next one as well. The Carbon Dinos and Logan will battle it out in the second game, back-to-back. Emery and Carbon playing back-to-back here in Ogden. We're tied at 0, top of the third. Fly ball to left field. Hammond's back there. He's going to the wall. It hits the wall. Rounding first, going to second. Stilson's going to try for 3. The throw to third, not in time. We have a triple for Bull Stilson to start the third inning.
Well, my goodness, Sonny, sending that one all the way back to the warning track. Bo Stilson with some power to left field, and the Cowboys don't have an answer. He reaches third. Emery in position to strike yet again.
Easton Hammond did everything he could to get to that ball. Just went right over the top of the glove and hit the wall. So runner on third with nobody down. Swing and a miss to the batter, Trig Jensen, who was hit by a pitch in inning number 1.
So Trig probably trying to reach base in a different fashion this time. However, when you're going against a top-seeded team like Grantsville, you'll take it by any means necessary.
Fawson's pitch, low on a ball, 1-1 the count. So in 3 innings, this is the second time Emery has had a runner on third.
You know what impresses me about Grantsville, though? Reed behind the plate in the catching position. He has been stellar. I don't think I've seen any balls get past him today.
Fawson's pitch, high in a ball, 2-1.
He does an excellent job of framing it as well. You can tell he's trying to snap it into the zone as quickly as he can. He's been able to get the umpire a few times.
2-1 count, nobody down. Runner on third for Emery, Bo Stilson. Pitch in for a strike and a 2-2 count. She said Jensen was hit by a pitch in inning number 1. Stranded on base. The windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Did it hit the ground? Nope, just the strikeout. So Jensen strikes out, and that will be strikeout number 5 for Fawson. 1 in the first inning. All 3 in inning number 2 were strikeouts, and then 1 here to start the third inning after the triple.
Yeah, and you got to give Foss some credit, Sonny. Whenever he finds himself in a sticky situation with runners in scoring position, he finds a way to start getting those outs at a high clip.
Senior center fielder Peyton Nielsen up to the plate for a swing, fouled away to the backstop, and an 0-1 count. He was hit by a pitch in inning number 1 as well. Also left on base. Fossen with the windup and the pitch. Here's a little blooper to third. Jensen with the play. Throw to first in time for out number 2. Stilson goes back to third.
That's a pretty key out for Grantsville because now you take out the possibility of a sacrifice fly. The Spartans, if they want to bring Stilson home, need to get something into the gap. They need to have an error of some kind otherwise, or else this inning's going to be ended with another runner left in scoring position for the Spartans.
Jensen to Cummings. Third baseman to first for the out number 2. So once again, leadoff batter gets to third for Emery. He's sitting there now still with 2 down. Garrett Conover reached on an error in inning number 1, and the first pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count. Fossen looks over at third, the windup and pitch outside, and a ball 2-0. I said from our angle, those might be a little more outside than what we think from where we are sitting.
Either way, it's a good framing job by Reed. Yes. He's slinging it right back into the strike zone.
Swing and a miss that time by Conover makes it a 1-2 count. Stilson with a pretty decent lead over at third. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. The scoreboard is wrong. It should be 2-2 now. So it's a 2-2 count.
You know, I was wondering for a second because you thought it was going to be a strikeout, then everyone just kind of resumed play as normal.
2-2 count. So there's the pitch. High in a ball. We got a full count.
But another lease on life for the Spartans as Conover tries to do some damage here. A 340 hitter. He's got 13 RBIs, looking to make it 14 by bringing Stilson home.
Ben Johansson on deck for the Emery Spartans to wind up the pitch by Fossen. Here's a fly ball down the first baseline, going foul out of play. The count remains 3-2.
Yeah, went into an adjacent construction site, Sonny. I don't think you're going to be able to run that one down for the out. But Conover making this a quality at-bat, burning a lot of pitches from Fossen.
Fossen. Here's a shot. Center field will bounce in front of the center fielder and a base hit, and the run scores for Stilson. So an RBI by Garrett Conover. He helps himself on the offensive side with the single, and Emery scores first. They lead 1-0.
And Emery just needed the right pitch at the right time to capitalize on. Conover strikes it to center field, able to get the drop. Stilson comes racing home for the early Emery lead, 1-0.
Left-handed batter Ben Johansson, the first baseman, steps up to the plate, run around first for Emery. Here's a shot up the middle. Does it get past the second baseman? No, throw to first. That's a great play. That is a great play by Kimber for Grantsville. He made the play. Those over to first to Cummings for the out.
Yeah, that was just great defense from Grantsville, able to escape the inning now with minimal damage.
But Emery gets 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on base as we go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Emery 1, Grantsville 0.
When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Emery has one run on one hit, one error, one left on base. So the Emery Spartans now, as we go into the bottom of the third inning with a 1-0 lead, they draw the first run of the ball game, and checking up to the plate will be Kimber, who made a great play. Will step up to the plate now on the offensive side. Conover, first pitch here in the bottom of the third inning. For the strike and an 0-1 count.
And Kimber hitting .313 on the season. The senior has 83 at-bats underneath his belt, 23 RBIs to his name, and only 2 extra base hits.
And hit by a pitch. So Kimber will take first base.
It's been a theme throughout the day, Sonny. Both pitchers struggling with control a little bit early on, whether it be early walks or hit batters. They haven't been able to really find their flow. They've shown flashes of what this game could be, but so far neither of them has fully grasped the control.
Dawson Dunleavy, the center fielder, wearing number 22, the junior, to the plate, the right-handed batter. Conover faces him for the first time in the ball game here in the bottom of the third with a runner on first and nobody out. Emery leading 1-0. First pitch, ball throw over to first, not in time. So it's a 1-0 count.
And Grantsville again trying to go for the bunt. We saw it set them up with some near success before runner interference was called. Took away a run from the Cowboys.
Nobody down, trying to get that runner to second. To at least get this game tied up, make up that one run that they allowed to Emery in the top of the third.
Yeah, and you got to start doing it quickly or bad things might be coming your way.
Conover. The windup in the pitch. Here's a butt, goes back to Conover. The throw over to first in time for the out. The runner advances to second.
And Kimber's one of those players, son, you want to keep. You don't really necessarily need to keep the biggest eye on him. Only one steal throughout this season. He hasn't been able to do much damage on the bases, but he's a very consistent force when it comes to reaching the bag.
Jordan Fawson will come to the plate. Pitcher for Grantsville, so we got a runner on second with one down for Grantsville, trailing 1-0 to the Emery Spartans. The Carbon Dinos coming into the stadium right now, getting ready for their next game. We'll have that for you as well.
Immediately after that, Sonny, talk about good scheduling.
Conover looks over at second. Beautiful pitch. Gets the corner for the strike and an 0-1 count.
And Fawson trying to do himself some favors, get back that run that he gave up in the top half of this frame. A .455 hitter on the year, Sonny. He can do a lot of damage at the plates. He's hitting it nearly 50% of the time.
Conover looks back at second a couple of times. Bit of a lead. There's swing and a miss. And an 0-2 count.
Conover jumping ahead, hungry for out number 2, especially with that runner on second in scoring position. Wants to put this one away quickly.
0-2 count, one down, runner in scoring position at second. Emery leads 1-0, bottom of the third. Winner of this game plays the winner of Carbon and Logan. The game up next that we'll have for you. Great day of high school baseball here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Conover looks back at second with the moderate lead once again. Looks a couple of times. Second baseman peels off.
Sonny, you look at the weather outside today. This is perfect baseball weather. Temperature sitting in the high 80s, minimal winds blowing, 0% chance of rain, so don't have to worry about that, luckily.
Conover looks back at second once again a couple of times. Dunleavy with a nice lead. There's the pitch, high and a ball, and a 1-2 count.
Still ahead, just lost control of that one this go-around. I like the involvement we're seeing from the Grantsville dugouts, and you can tell that this is a group that plays as a team. There's no individuality in there. They're all bought in. That's what makes them pretty scary.
They have a lot of energy. We've seen it in the pregame when they were warming up. Conover looks back at second a couple of times. Once again, here's the pitch. High in a ball and a 2-2 count. So he was up 0-2. It's now 2-2 with one down.
Conover just needs to go back to his bread and butter, that fastball right down the pipeline. He's seen a lot of success with it. He's able to get it here. He gets out number 2.
Fossen grounded out in the first inning 0-for-1. So Conover looks back at second. Once again, it's the same lead once again. Looks back a couple of times to wind up the pitch. Shot down the first base line goes foul, and the count remains 2-2.
Fossen quickly turning this into a quality at-bat, showing great discipline at the plate.
2-2 count to Fossen. We'll talk a little bit about the bracket here when we get a second. Let you know what can happen in the future if certain things progress today like we'd like to see them. There's a fly ball to right center field. It'll fall. And we'll have runners on the corner, so a single to Fossen.
That was good job by Emery holding that to just a single. That could have been a lot worse, but thanks to Bo Stilson running up to make the play off a single bounce. Holt's runner stops any scorers, but with only one out, the sacrifice fly still in effect for the Cowboys. They can take full advantage of that here.
Riley Williams up to bat. He flew out in the first inning, had that high fly ball to first base. So he's 0-for-1 on the day. Runners on the corner with one down for Grantsville. Conover pitching for the Spartans. Throw to first. Not in time. Trying to keep that runner honest. I have a feeling with one down, you're probably going to see him get sent sometime during this bat.
Yeah, more than likely he's going to be trying to make his way to second.
Especially with the runner on third. We'll see what happens. Conover looks back at first. A couple of times once again. Ignores the runner on third. The windup of the pitch. There goes the runner. He'll go safely with no throw. So the stolen base has runners on second and third now for Grantsville.
Well, if it's any runner you want going in that situation, Sonny, it is Jordan Fossen, his 37th stolen base as he claims second. He is electric on the path.
So runners on second and third with one down. Emery leading 1-0, bottom of the third. Conover looks over at third a couple of times. 2 runners down in scoring position. This becomes a huge at-bat. Nice pitch for the strike and a 1-1 count to Williams. His first at bat, he flew out, but he hit it a mile in the air.
He did, Sonny. He's a .411 hitter on the season. He's got 3 home runs to his name, so this is who you want to see up to the plate if you're a Cowboys fan.
That's a great pitch by Conover for the strike and a 1-2 count.
Good little off-speed throw. Conover gets ahead in the count, 1-2, trying to get a second out, take away that possibility of a sacrifice fly.
Williams watched that one go by, so Conover now with a 1-2 count with one down, runners second and third. There's the windup in the pitch. Fly ball, high fly ball goes out of play out of the stadium. The count remains 1-2.
And you can hear that on the tin above our heads, Sonny. That one would have hurt if it landed on us.
Larson doing a great job behind the plate so far for the Emery Spartans. So we have a 1-2 count with one down. Conover looks over at third once again, moderate lead. There's the pitch, high in a ball, 2-2.
And we've seen this struggle from Conover before. He'll jump ahead in the count, but if the batter's able to prolong that at-bat, that's when he starts losing a little of that control, and he has to try and turn to some desperation pitches in order to get the out. In a situation where a walk loads the bases, that's worst-case scenario for the Spartans.
High in a ball and a full count. We have a 3-2 count with runners on second and third and one down. Just a big pitch in this ball game. As Emery scores one in the top of the third, now Grantsville trying to answer back.
They've got 2 in scoring position, Sonny. Not only a chance to tie, but a chance to take the lead here for the Cowboys.
Conover once again takes a little peek over at third. Now looks at Larson. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball. Right field coming in to make the play. It will go foul. Back to the plate will go Williams again. Nice effort that time out by Stilson and Johansson both, but neither one of them could get to it. Falls in between them in foul territory, so the count remains 3-2 with one down.
So the battle at the plate continues, Sonny. Neither side wanting to relent. It's going to come down to who wants it more at this point. It feels like both of them playing incredibly. The pitching, the batting. It's a chess match out there.
3-2 count, runners second and third. One down, Conover takes his time in between this pitch, the windup. Misses. And the walk, so we have bases loaded. That was close. I said from our angle, not going to second guess. It's called a walk, so runners on first, second, and third now with one down. Grantsville trying to answer back after allowing that one run from Emery.
Now remember, we saw a similar situation for Grantsville in the first inning with the Spartans having the bases loaded. They were able to escape that unscathed. Emery looking to try and summon that same magic.
Conover. Wind up pitch. High in a ball and a 1-0 count.
Good check swing coming there.
So one down. Chance for Grantsville to have a big bottom of the third. Remember, Emery left bases loaded in the first inning. Wind up in the pitch. Strike as it comes right over the plate in a 1-1 count.
And as a pitcher, that's a lot you got to have on your mind as you're staring it down. Don't have to necessarily worry about steals anymore, but just knowing that pretty much anything that gets put into play is going to result in a run.
Conover. Fly ball. Goes to right center field. That's going to land at the warning track. 1 run scores. Here comes 2 more. 2, 3 runs score, and it's a 3 RBI hit to right center field for Peyton Cummings, and it's a 3-1 Grantsville lead.
Well, with this powerful Grantsville offense, Sonny, you figured it was only a matter of time before they were going to be able to make some magic happen, and that time they do. And the Spartans calling time. They're bringing in the infield manager Chase Julian stepping out to the mound as well. And
right in the gap between right field and center field. Goes to the fence, lands on the warning track, and that's a 3-run RBI double.
In most high school fields, Sonny, it feels like that one probably could have gone over the fence, especially for a team who's prone to hit some home runs. So the bigger stadium doing the Spartans some favor and keeping at least one more run off the board that go-around.
Jensen comes up. He walked in the third inning. Excuse me, in the second inning he walked.
A .388 hitter, Sonny, on the year. He's got 4 home runs. And with how they've been hitting this inning, I wouldn't be surprised to see him try and take this one yard.
Big lead at second. Conover's pitch for the strike and a 0-1 count.
And that's another detrimental situation for the Spartans, Sonny. Only 1 out so far this inning. They haven't been able to get past that, and it's allowed Grantsville a lot more freedom in what they're trying to do offensively.
There's a shot between third and short. It'll go to the wall. 1 run will score from second, and another double trying to stretch it for triple. The throw at third gets away. And a triple for Grantsville. Another run scores by Jensen.
Well, this was a team who was just waiting for their opportunity, Sonny, and they have taken full advantage of it. Bases loaded, a shot out into right field, able to score 3. Now a shot into that center field gap, goes all the way to the wall, and now a runner on third, another runner across home plate. 4-1 advantage for the Cowboys.
So in the bottom of the third, we had a batter hit by a pitch, sacrifice bunt. We had a single, a walk, a double, and a triple. And 4 runs has scored, and it is a 4-1 Grantsville lead here in the bottom of the third. Coming up to bat will be Hammond. First pitch for the ball and a 1-0 count.
And you can tell that this inning's starting to have its impact on the Spartans, starting to run out of energy just a little bit, and it's taken their toll on them, seeing this many runners cross the plate.
So runner on third with 1 down. Pitch is high and a ball and a 2-0 count. So a big bottom of the third for Grantsville. Now Emery had bases loaded in the first inning, left them all on. Grantsville, not the case. They have bases loaded. They take advantage of it. Difference in the game so far.
So far, it's got to be the case, and they still got some more damage they can potentially do here.
Swing and fouled away to the backstop, and the strike and a 2-1 count. Now the winner of this game will play the winner of the Carbon-Logan game coming up next, and the loser, of course, will play the loser of the Carbon-Logan game. Here in bracket number 2. Bracket number 1, Union Providence, Canyon View Manti. Those games will be later.
Yeah, going to be a fun day of baseball here at Lindquist Field, Sonny. I'm pretty happy we got the early slate. Weather's still cool. The sun's shining regardless. I like what we're having, the day we're having here at the ballpark, but the Spartans could make it a lot better. They turned the ship around here.
A little bit of a breeze blowing from right field to left field. Conover looks over at third. Wind up the pitch. High on a ball and a 3-1 count. Falls behind the batter, now 3-1.
And it's a situation, Sonny, where the amount of runs that have bled through so far, that starts to weigh on you as a pitcher. It sits in the back of your mind, especially with a fifth runner sitting over at third base. That's a lot to think about, and it's a lot that you're trying to keep off your mind, but it's going to creep in there regardless as the walk for ball 4 heads to first.
So the walk sends the runner. The first runner is on the corner now with 1 down. And coming up the bat, Patton Rose.
Now at the plate, number 16, Patton Rose.
And Rose, a .289 hitter on the year for the Grantsville Cowboys, but he's got 3 home runs to his name, making up half of his 6 extra base hits throughout the year.
He walked in the second inning.
He's got 18 RBIs, a chance to make it 19 and potentially 20 based on if he hits it and where he hits it.
So we got 1 down, runners on the corner, 4-1. Grantsville with a big third. Bottom of the third inning, scoring all 4 runs here. Conover looks over at first. As we said, runner on the corner, doesn't look at third. Doesn't worry about the third base runner. The windup and the pitch for the strike and an 0-1 count.
Yeah, at this point, Sonny, it feels like you just got to focus on what's ahead of you. They're probably going to try and steal second. You can't let that phase you right now. You just need to focus on getting out of this inning.
Conover once again looks over at first a couple of times. Runner's going to go. The throw to second, not in time. Cut off short of the plate. So runners at second and third. That was cut off short to save that runner from going to third. That was a good play by Emery. That was a great play by Olson. Come over and cut that play off because I think if he does not do that, that runner at third scores.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the right call, Sonny. May not have looked like it in the moment, but when you look at the grander scheme of things, definitely a good decision by the Spartans.
Pitch to Rose. Foul down the third base line. The count remains 0-2.
0-2 now, and a chance for the Spartans to get the second out of the inning, hopefully bringing us one step closer to ending what has been a disastrous inning for Emery.
Grantsville got the bats going, took advantage of the base runners, 4-1. Conover with the pitch. Fouled to the Emery dugout, so the count remains 0-2 with 1 down. This is a big out here. We need this second out if you're an Emery Spartan fan.
Now, you're pretty desperate for it here. You're hurting bad with 4 runs coming through already in this frame. You don't want to see a 5th or potentially a 6th now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Doubleheader action here on KOAL. Carbon to follow. They showed up sitting right here by us, getting ready to take on Logan for game number 2 of the day. Pass the catcher, play at the plate, not in time, and another run scores on the pass ball for Grantsville to make it 5-0.
And not only that, Sonny, runner advances from second to third now. So with the
5-1. I'm sorry, 5-1.
Oh, no worries. With Conover's control slipping right now, Grantsville looks to take even more advantage of the situation, and still a continued battle for Rose in the box. This has been a very quality at-bat for him.
So the runner scores. Runner on third. Pitch by Conover. Fly ball to left field deep. Back there to make the play is Nielsen. The sacrifice fly will score the run. Coming in is Hammond. So the deep fly ball gets out number 2, but it also scores the run.
Now, Sonny, you remember a few years ago we saw a similar situation for the Spartans. That go around, though, Grantsville was the top seed in the tournament. Emery comes in as the underdog, and they take the win away from Grantsville. I'm sure that's something that's sitting in the back of these players' minds as they came into this game. Didn't want something like that happening again, so in this third inning, they've come out and they've made a statement.
So we're going to have a mound visit.
And at this point, I think it's the right call. If you do pull Conover, you limit how much rest he needs to take heading into tomorrow's game, and where if you win, you can potentially use him again in another. I lost my train of thought. You can use him on Wednesday.
Yeah, yes. Carter Reed up to bat, struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1 on the game. So he'll have the opportunity here with a 6-1 Grantsville Cowboy lead with an incredible offensive showing here in the bottom of the third. And Conover will come out of the ball game.
Like I said, Sonny, I think that's a good decision right now. He's looking a little rattled after a 6-run inning. You give him some time to rest, recuperate, and you can send him back, and he can come back again on Wednesday. Limit those pitches. I'll give you the official count in a second.
So a new pitcher in the ball game for the Emery Spartans, 6-1. Grantsville with the lead with a big bottom of the third.
Your attention, please, now pitching for Emery.
So number 25, Easton Stoker, will be into the ball game, pitching now for the Emery Spartans.
So some fresh blood on the mound for Emery as Stoker takes his step on to the hill. On the season, Sonny, you've seen him 5 times. He's got a save to his name and a 1-2 record, holding currently a 7.6 ERA.
Playing DH until now, he's called upon. So as we in the bottom of the third inning with 2 down, Grantsville up 6-1. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of the bottom of the third inning.
Diagnostics?
Check.
Transmissions?
Check.
Oil changes?
Check. Check's Auto Repair. Honest, affordable, and customer focused. Check's Auto Repair is new to the community. From diagnostics to engine repairs or any other service, you get a flat hourly labor rate with no hidden fees.
East Main Street, next to Arby's and Price. Follow Check's Auto Repair on Facebook. Call 630-6699. Check engine light?
Take it to Check's.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Okay, Stoker ready to go as he steps in for Conover. Conover throws 62 pitches on the day. Carter Reed up to bat, the first pitch. Ball and a 1-0 count. Now if Reed reaches base, we will have bat around here in the third inning.
And Sonny, you know what's devastating about that 62 pitch count? That means that Conover will be required 2 days of rest instead of 1 if he had thrown 2 less pitches. So we always talk about it being a game of inches. Well, today it's a game of throws, as he's not going to be able to pitch until at least Thursday.
Second pitch is a ball by Stoker. It's an 0-2 count. 2-0 count. There's the windup to pitch. High in the ball, 3-0. 3-0 count to Reed. So he's 1 ball away from Grantsville batting around here in the bottom of the third with a 6-1 lead.
That's a big blow for the Spartans, Sonny, not being able to use him till Thursday, especially if they do fall to the 1-loss bracket. You're going to have to rely on some lesser-known arm talent to try and get through.
Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 4 and a walk. So to first base goes Hammond. And coming up will be Patton Rose. He walked in the first sacrifice fly to left field.
Courtesy runner for the Cowboys, number 4, Porter Taylor.
Porter Taylor will be the runner coming in at first with 2 down.
Now batting for the Cowboys, number 11, Gunnar Kimber.
Kimber hit by a pitch, scored a run in this inning. It's his second at bat here in the bottom of the third. Small leadoff over at first, swing and foul down the third baseline, little dribbler. So an 0-1 count.
And Grantsville trying to pull off an impressive 2-run rally, or 2-out rally. They got a runner on first, so not real danger yet, but we've seen them go operate in situations where there haven't been danger before, and they took full advantage of it, hence the score.
Stoker. Here's a shot, base hit, over second base, out to center field, and the single for Kimber, and the inning continues for Grantsville.
Well, and they just keep on coming, Sonny. At this point, what can you do? Because they have been electric. Dawson Dunleavy stepping to the plate now. A 286 hitter on the year, Sonny. 14 at-bats. He has been a pretty consistent force from what we can see from the stat sheet. 14 at-bats, 14 runs, 4 hits, 2 RBIs. He's hit a double is his only extra base hit.
Fouled over the top of us and out of play in an 0-1 count. He has a bunt in this inning that had the runner go into scoring positions. Sacrifice bunt for him. So we have an 0-1 count. 6-1 Grantsville, an impressive bottom of the third. After a couple of lackluster offensive innings for the first and second inning for Grantsville, they catch on fire here in the bottom of the third, a ball and a 1-1 count.
Yeah, first 2 innings, Sonny, looked like Emery had this team figured out on defense, but now they've shown what they're capable of, and you can see the context behind those scores in the Super Regional 10-0, 18-0. This is a team that when they heat up, they're hard to stop.
Fly ball center field. Out there is Nielsen. He'll make the catch for out number 3, but not before 6-run score for Grantsville. So we'll go to the top of the 4th inning. Grantsville 6, Emery 1 when we come back.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Drake Stilson, the freshman, up to bat for Emery on that last inning. 6 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. In the bottom of the 3rd inning for Grantsville, they have that 6-1 lead.
And something tells me, Sonny, they're not content to watch that lead stay where it's at. They're going to want to tack a few more on, potentially go for that mercy rule.
Stilson with the swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Fosson's pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Stoker struck out in the second, 0 for 1 on the day. Fosson, wind up. Pitch is high and a ball and a 2-2 count.
And it feels like Emery always has some stellar freshmen. Drake Stilson just the latest in that long line. A .316 hitter on the season, along with 5 RBIs and 12 hits.
Pitch is in the dirt.
Lots of deliberation over whether or not that was a check swing. He took the step forward, got a little too much momentum behind him, started falling forward, but the bat never really left his shoulder. So I think rightfully called, no swing.
Swing and a miss by Stilson and the strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Fossen.
And that's what I was worried about, Sonny. After that first inning where Emery left the bases loaded and stranded, we didn't know how many more innings like that Fossen was going to have. And since that point, Sonny only really got himself into a little trouble in the third, and that was thanks to a leadoff triple from Bo Stilson.
Junior Easton Stoker up the bat, wearing number 25. He's now pitching, coming in for Conover. Struck out in the second inning, 0 for 1. And the first pitch is a ball and a 1-0 count. Fossen not wasting any time. Pitch number 2 for the strike and a 1-1 count.
Evens it back up. Fossen's control ever since that first inning has been very impressive. He was able to bounce back from an inning where he hit 2 batters, and now just putting on a show up on the hill.
Swing and a miss on a 1-2 count. He also, it looks like he's gotten comfortable. He's working much quicker as well. He's in a rhythm. You can see it.
The pace he's operating at is incredible.
Swing and a miss for strikeout number 2. 2 strikeouts in this inning. Strikeout number 7 for Fossen overall, and coming up to bat will be Tice Larson. He struck out in the second 0 for 1 as well.
Tice can do some damage. We've seen him put a good hold on the ball a few times before. Now, in a much more needed situation, hoping he's able to collect 1, maybe 2 bases.
Pitch is a strike. Fossen up on Larson with the 0-1 count. Being down 6-1, pitch number 2 for the strike and an 0-2 count. You got to watch Emery. You know, they can't give up on this. There are a lot of baseball left to play.
Now, you still got plenty of time to try and mount a comeback, but if they lose this inning 3 up, 3 down, as they just did with the strike 3 called, that's going to make it a taller task for the Spartans, especially if Grantsville's offense continues what we saw last inning.
3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. As Larson doesn't like the strike call, doesn't matter. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. That is strikeout number 8 for Fossen. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Grantsville 6, the Emery Spartans 1.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
Discover the strength and beauty of Flawless Sheeting's metal siding and roofing solutions. Designed to endure and crafted to conserve energy, the products offered by Flawless Sheeting ensure your home not only looks good, but feels good too. Plus, they come with a 40-year warranty. Enjoy superior durability and enhanced comfort year-round with new roofing from Flawless Sheeting. Ready to upgrade? Call Flawless Sheeting at 636-7300 and elevate the way you live.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back, 6-1 Grantsville. Stoker taking the mound once again for the Emery Spartans. Up to bat will be Jordan Fossen. Grounded out in the first, singled and scored a run in the third. 1 for 2 on the day. He'll try to help his defensive side as the starting pitcher in the ballgame. On the offensive side, so far he's done that.
Yeah, he did that just last inning, Sonny, scoring that run, and that as a part of the inning where we saw Grantsville able to clear the order and then some. Now with Fossen back up, again, he's a .455 hitter on the year, Sonny, through 88 at-bats, scored 47 runs on 40 hits. Well, I guess you can make that a few more runs that he's been able to score. He's got 17 RBIs and 8 extra base hits, so he's looking to try and start off the Cowboys in some prime position in the bottom of the 4th.
So the top of the lineup to start this game, the top 5 have scored runs. And it started right here, and there's a base hit. Right over second base out in the center field, and Fossen with the single starts the fourth inning off on a positive as well, just like the third for Grantsville.
Just a line drive right up, catches an awkward bounce off the mound and into the outfield. It dribbles. Love what we're seeing from Fossen, especially if you're a Cowboys fan. But as a Spartans fan, not too happy with the performance he's been on. He's been able to collect 37 stolen bases on the season, Sonny.
Riley Williams up. There goes the runner. The throw to second goes over the head. Out into center field, but a nice backup to keep the runner at second. So the runner advances on that stolen base.
Yeah,
Riley Williams is actually 0 for 1. Flew out to first, but he walked in the third and scored a run.
And that was excellent recovery by Trig Jensen coming from shortstop to make that grab. If that gets past him, Sonny, he's probably going third.
Stoker looks back at second. Pretty good lead back there for Fossen. He'll go back and touch second base.
You can tell right now he's trying to get into the head of Stoker. A little will he, won't he action going on. Kind of goading him from second base. Fossen really wants to advance to third. He wants to see this game get put into mercy rule territory.
Back at second a couple of times. Pitch is high in a ball and a 1-0 count.
And with Fossen, the notorious thief, sitting at second base, that's a lot more to think about in the back of your head as Stoker steps to the mound yet again. You don't want to see him go to third. You'd rather him not be at second right now either.
Stoker looks back at second once again. Shot down the third base line, fielded cleanly to throw over to first in time for the out. Back to third, not in time, so the runner advances to third, but they do get the out. Nice play that time for Emery. Making that play over at third, it's Stilson.
That was good awareness from Fossen, Sonny. He waits until that ball is thrown from third. Then he takes his first steps towards the bag, able to easily recover. Wind's picking up here at Lindquist Field. It's blowing pretty heavily.
Caught us by surprise.
It did. I was not expecting papers to go flying everywhere.
Thank you, sir. There's the windup of the pitch outside and a ball. A 1-0 count.
Yeah, not necessarily blowing left to right anymore, Sonny. It's blowing north and south, all wind going towards that far fence.
Runner on third with one down. Stoker. Pitch, high in a ball. Yeah, we said earlier, I think I said a little bit of a breeze going from right field to left field. Now it's more than just a breeze heading out to center field, which will help the hitters.
It will. And we knew it was going to be winds of about 7 miles per hour blowing coming into today's game, but now they've really picked up.
Fly ball left field deep to the warning track. Could be problem. It's gone. Home run for Cummings. Peyton Cummings with the home run to make it 8-1.
Well,
and that was the win, maybe a little bit. That it seemed like it really carried.
No, it definitely helped a little bit, Sonny, but what a shot that was. My goodness. You and I walked into this field from that center field door, and we saw how high that wall was. The fact that it was able to clear it is a testament to how hard that ball was struck and a little bit to how much that wind helped carry it. But a home run is a home run. Now, Grantsville up 8-1 over the Spartans. 3 more runs, Sonny, and an inning away from ending this game in the mercy rule.
Stoker with the pitch and low in a ball, 1-0. Left field, it's 335, about where that ball went out. I'm going to say about 345, but like you said, the wall is high. There's a fly ball to right field. Coming up to make the play for out number 2.
Yeah,
Bo Stilson.
It's not necessarily a distance thing with a home run here. It's a height thing, and that one had a bit of both to carry it over into the promised land.
That's 335 left, 390 center.
Yeah, thankfully taking a bounce on the walkway center, that would have been our windshield.
373 to right field. So, yeah, but the fence is very high. There's the pitch and hit.
So now Hammond able to advance over into first with 2 outs. We've seen them do the 2-out rally before, Sonny scoring 2 additional runs in the bottom of that 3rd inning, and now doing even more damage here in the bottom of the 4th.
DH, the junior, number 16, Patton Rose up. He walked in the 2nd, sacrifice fly to left field in the 3rd. Runner at first, a throw over there, not in time. 6 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs here in the 4th for Grantsville. 1 run in the 3rd for Emery. That's where we sit, 8-1. Emery scored first in the top of the 3rd, and then Grantsville answered. That 1 run in the 3rd did not affect Grantsville at all. They came out in the bottom of the 3rd with an aggressive, positive offensive inning, and since then, they really haven't looked back.
They really haven't, Sonny, and you could feel a little bit of pressure to have an inning like that after Emery drew first blood in that top of the 3rd. They wanted to come out and they wanted to send a message.
Fly ball left field, that's deep. That will go off the fence. Runners rounding 3rd. There won't be a play at home for the first runner, going for the triple. The play at 3rd, not in time, and a triple for Rose and an RBI as well.
Rose had to grapple onto 3rd with his foot to prevent oversliding. You watch him trying to get ready for this play. He didn't just slide, Sonny. He took 1 bounding leap, a 2nd, and then he dove head first like an Olympic swimmer into the bag to secure his safety. What an effort for Rose to not only bring in that run, but to reach all the way to 3rd.
Carter Reed up to bat. The senior wearing number 7, playing catcher, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. Stoker's pitch, low and a ball, 1-0. 9-1 Grantsville. Couple of high energy offensive innings for the Cowboys.
Back to back, Sonny, and I don't see any sign of them slowing down.
2 down, runner at 3rd. Pitch in for a strike by Stoker and a 1-1 count. A nice pitch that time for Stoker.
Now, we've seen just about a little bit of everything from Grantsville, whether it be hard hit balls, legging out singles, stealing bases. They've done everything near pitch perfect from the 3rd inning on.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Stoker finds himself ahead of the batter, so it's a 1-2 count with 2 down. Runner on 3rd for Grantsville. 3 runs have scored here in the 4th. 6 in the 3rd. They lead 9-1.
And with Reed at the plate, he's a .310 hitter on the year with 20 RBIs. A chance to make it 21 here with Rose on 3rd.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that will end the inning, but not before 3 more runs score for the Grantsville Cowboys with a big 9-1 lead as we go into the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, and Sonny, this 5th inning represents a pretty big turning point in this game. If Emery is unable to score, they're only 2 runs away from this inning ending in a mercy rule, courtesy of Grantsville. So Grantsville's going to want to keep the offense going, but they're going to want to see their defense pick up the pace as well. Or I guess in this case, play at the intensity they've been playing at all game. It lies on the arm of Fossen.
So we have 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's Grantsville 9 and Emery 1.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, 4-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to 3A State Playoff Baseball here on KOAL 107.3 FM, 750 AM. Ogden, Utah, Lindquist Field. Emery finds themselves down 9-1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning.
And like we mentioned last inning, Sonny, the wind really picking up here. It was a light breeze early on in this game, but now blowing pretty heavily in favor of the Fence, and we saw it assist the Cowboys with their home run in the last inning. They've been on an offensive showcase.
Fossen. Pitch, here's a shot to second. Throw to first in time for the out. Nice play that time by Warren to make the play for the Grantsville Cowboys. Shortstop makes the play to first, so one down.
And that's exactly what they wanted to see, Sonny. The quicker they can get through defense, the less their offensive rhythm is going to be interrupted, and the more likely they are to try and put this one away in the bottom of the fifth.
Stillson flew out in the first, tripled, scored a run in the third. So he's 1 for 2 on the day. Fouled away. Little tip foul, so no 2 count.
And Fossen ahead, and he's trying to get Stillson away. Stillson, probably one of the more threatening batters he's going to be facing in this upcoming order.
Since that first inning, there's a swing and a miss. Ball hits the ground. Catcher throws to first for the out. So out number 2. Strikeout for Fossen. That is number 9. But since the first inning, he's been getting ahead of the batters, and he's been in control of the game on the mound since the first inning.
And now
even though Emery scored a run in the third, he's been in control of the game.
Now that we have the gift of hindsight, Sonny, it feels like them leaving the bases loaded as the inning came to an end was a real turning point in this game, because we questioned, was Fossen going to have any more innings like that? And the answer so far has been no. Since that, he's been lights out.
Fossen's pitch, swing and a miss to Jensen. 0-2 the count. Yeah, he hit a couple of batters. Just seemed a little bit off in the first inning, but since then, he's calmed down, pitched a great game, pitches high in a ball, 1-2 count.
And, you know, it's always hard to try and get ready for a playoff game, especially at a spectacularly big stadium like we have at Lindquist Field.
Strike 3 as watching it go by the Emery Spartans for another strikeout. That'll be strikeout number 10. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Grantsville 9 and Emery 1.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
You're listening to Emery High School Baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jordan Fossen, Aiden, has only allowed 1 hit in this ball game. 2 hits in this ball game for 1 run for Emery.
Yeah, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, Sonny. He's been fun to watch, and you know what the scariest part about that is? We came in knowing that this was Grantsville's number 2 pitcher. They're saving their ace for later on in the tournament, and Fossen has delivered and showed why he is a pretty hot commodity on the mound.
Gunnar Kimber up, hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning, and singled in the 3rd inning. So he's been up twice, and both times he was up was in the 3rd inning.
Well,
he also scored a run.
When he scores 6 runs in an inning, you expect to see some repeat offenders.
So Stoker, first pitch here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a little bouncer over third baseman's head. Will go out into left field. Nielsen will make the play, and a single for Kimber to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
No, that's a tall task, both figuratively and literally, to try and secure that ball. Sonny bounces hard off the ground, goes up, I'd say 10 or 11 feet up in the air, right over the head of third base, and into the outfield it rolled.
Levy had the bunt in the third inning, flew out in the third inning as well. He also batted both times in the third inning. Throw over to first, not in time.
Trying to catch him sleeping on the base. Sonny, haven't seen many pickoff attempts from first, but when they have, Grantsville's been in a hurry to try and get back.
Stoker looks over at first. Moderate leadoff on first. Throw back over to first once again, not in time. Once again, Emery scored 1 run top of the third. 6 runs scored by Grantsville in the bottom of the third. 3 runs scored by Grantsville in the bottom of the fourth. That's where we sit, 9-1. Stoker with the pitch. Swing and a miss and a 0-1 count. Game number 1 here on KOAL 107.3 FM 750 AM. Carbon Logan coming up next. The Dinos getting ready right behind us.
Talk about being right in the action, Sonny.
Wind up in the pitch. Here's a grounder between third and short. Will go into left field for another single. Single by Dunleavy. Back-to-back singles here in the bottom of the third inning. So runners on first and second, and Jordan Fossen will be up to bat for Grantsville, the pitcher. He is 2 for 3. A couple of singles. He grounded out in the first, but he scored 2 runs as well.
Yeah, he's the last person you want to see up in this situation, Sonny. He has been electric on the mound, at the plate, trying to put this one away early.
Great game for Jordan Fossen. Stoker, runners on first and second, nobody down. Looks back at second a couple of times. Second baseman peels off. Here's a fly ball left field. Coming over to make the play, the shortstop for the Emery Spartans, Jensen, for out number 2.
Good job by Trigg, checking that one through the air, staring right into the sun, wind blowing in his face, still able to secure the out. So now a much-needed first out of this inning.
I said out number 2, out number 1. Riley Williams comes up. He is 1 for 3. He is actually 0 for 2. He walked and scored a run. Had a pop up to first, grounded out to third, and the first pitch to Williams is a ball and a 1-0 count.
And the last thing you want to see if you're Emery is a walk to load the bases. So Stoker trying to keep things under control.
9 runs on 9 hits for Grantsville. Stoker with the pitch. Outside and a ball, no 2-0 count.
That was one of those throws, Sonny, where from our perspective, looks like it could have fallen in the zone. But, again, that umpire has the best vantage point of all of us. I'm rarely going to try and challenge his call unless it's egregious.
He has a much better view than we do today, that's for sure.
That is certain.
Runners on first and second. Stoker looks back at second a couple of times once again. The windup in the pitch for the strike. Worked it over that plate, so a 2-1 count.
Nice little off-speed curve, able to find the zone. Gets the first strike of the at-bat.
Winding down the school year. Hard to believe.
It is. Last day of school for Emery and Carbon both is May 20th. Right around the corner, Sonny. Crazy to think that this is what a lot of them are going to be spending one of those final weeks doing.
Pitch by Stoker's outside and a 3-1 count. It seems like we were just doing the first football game just like a month ago.
No, and this has been a fun year of both basketball, football, baseball. Always fun watching these kids grow and develop throughout the season.
3-1 count with 1 down. Stoker at the pitch. High on a ball, and it'll be a walk. So Williams will take first on the walk, and Peyton Cummings will be up to bat. You know what he did? Flew out to left field in inning number 1, doubled and scored in inning number 3, and a home run in inning number 4. He's scored 2 times, plus he's got some RBIs to go with it.
Well, let's hope he doesn't hit the home run again, Sonny, with the bases loaded. The last thing we want to see is a grand slam to put the Spartans away.
Stoker looks over at third. 9-1, 1 down, bases loaded, first pitch in the dirt. Nice play that time by Larson to keep the ball close to him, save that runner from coming home, so it's a 1-0 count.
Yeah, no, even though it trickled through his legs a little bit, he does a good job keeping it in front of him, holds that runner at third, and stops another run from trying to bleed through.
Bases loaded with one down. It's a 9-1 Grantsville lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Stoker looks over at third. Here's the windup in the pitch down the tube for a strike and a 1-1 count. Loaded with ones. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
He evens himself up with that throw. Good composure from Stoker given the circumstances.
Stoker focusing on the catcher, not looking at any base runners. No reason to. The windup in the pitch. Here's a shot to shortstop. Nice play to second. First for the double play. Got him and ends the inning.
We'll talk about getting out of a jam, Sonny. What looked like it was going to be a sure defeat in that inning with the bases loaded and Grantsville firing on all cylinders. The Spartans escape, and they get to play at least one more inning heading into the top of the sixth.
Jensen to Olsen to Johansson for the double play to end the inning. As we go to the as we go to the top of the sixth inning, Emery trailing 9-1. So they need a big inning here. They've got to get some runs in this situation. Have to.
Yep, it's late enough in the game, Sonny, that if you don't, Grantsville probably not going to see a situation like that again. They're trying to tack just 2 more up on the board and end this game an inning early now. So a lot rides on their defense to keep this score where it is for the Spartans, trying to keep themselves alive. A lot laying on the line for them and a potential fall to the 1-loss bracket if they do lose in today's contest.
So no runs on 2 hits, 1 left on base after the double play. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Grantsville up 9-1.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Come back as we go to the top of the 6th inning. First pitch to Nielsen. Peyton Nielsen, the batter, is a strike and a 0-1 count. Fossen remains in the game. Swinging a foul ball for an 0-2 count.
And the pace Fossen is operating at is truly second to none. He is just firing on all cylinders right now. Every time that he receives the ball in his hand, it's about a 5-second delay and then another throw.
Pitch outside the ball, 1-2 the count to Peyton Nielsen, who was hit by a pitch in the first, grounded out to third in the 3rd inning. Fouled out of play over the top of our heads out of the ballpark, so the count now is a 1-2.
And machine-like efficiency coming for Jordan Fossen. Every time he sees the set, he's throwing pretty immediately afterwards.
10 strikeouts. Here's a shot. Fielded by the shortstop. The throw over the first in time, and that's a nice play by Warren. He gets it to Cummings over at first, and out number 1.
And that was another situation in that first inning, Sonny, that you got to think Grantsville wasn't going to see many mistakes like that. Warren bobbled an easy grounder to himself that helped load the bases for the Spartans, but now really turning things around.
So 1 down. Conover, swing and a miss. On deck is Ben Johansson. Conover, a couple of singles. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Pitches outside in the ball, 1-1 count.
Offensively, he's been one of the lone bright spots for the Spartans, able to have that 2-2 mark. Bo Stilson, another one that stands out, being able to hit that triple that helped the Spartans score their lone run.
Shot down the third baseline goes foul, so count now 1-2.
Fossen hunting for the second out now of the inning, ahead in the count.
Pitch. High in a ball. 2-2.
That one flirting with the zone, Sonny. Could have gone either way, but says too far to the right. So Conover gets to breathe another day.
Pitch outside and the ball. Full count, 3-2. So 3-2 count to Conover.
When you're facing Conover, you can't get complacent knowing the kind of power he has behind his swing. So definitely got to throw a few that you hope he chases.
3-2 count. Fawson's pitch foul to the dugout of Emery. Count remains 3-2.
So Fawson trying to add a second out to this inning and continue for him what has been a stellar day.
2 hits on the day for the Emery Spartans. Just great day for Fawson. At the plate, on the mound. Base hit. Conover between short and third. Goes out into left field in the single for Garrett. Ben Johansson will be to the plate for the Emery Spartans. 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, grounded out to second in the third. So we'll have a mound visit.
Normally a pretty stalwart batter in Johansson, 347 hitter on the season. Got 13 RBIs and 5 extra base hits, 4 doubles, and a triple. And it looks like Fawson's day has come to a close.
Come to a close as pitching, but I think he's going to go out to center field.
Yeah, easy, quick change
he
for
will.
him.
Fawson will go out to center field.
As they make the pitching change. We'll get that as we get more information on who is taking the mound. Still a mass of Cowboys players surrounding him. Haven't been able to get a clear peek at the number just yet.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cowboys, number 21, Colt Thomas.
Colt Thomas going to be the pitcher stepping in for the Cowboys following the excellent outing for Fawson.
So Colt Thomas will take the mound for Grantsville. What a day for Fawson. He threw 83 pitches, had 10 strikeouts, allowed 3 hits. Quite a day.
Quite a day at the ballpark for Fawson indeed. Sonny, loved what we saw from him as he heads into center field. He did himself a pretty good favor, setting himself up with a chance to secure the win in today's contest.
So Thomas comes in to pitch for Grantsville here in the top of the 6th inning with a 9-1 lead. We'll take a break while he warms up, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of the top of the 6th inning. No, let's just keep it here, Aiden, because it looks like he's
quick warm-up.
Ready to go. Yes, so we'll just keep it here.
Yeah, and with Fawson's 83 pitches on the day, Sonny, he falls 2 below, requiring 3 days of rest. So the Cowboys can call him back up to the mound on Thursday if they would like. So a potential future opponent on the mound for either of these two teams, whether it be the Dinos or the Spartans. Both of them have a chance to run into the Cowboys yet again.
Ben Johansson up, struck out in the first, grounded out to second. 0 for 2 on the day. So a single for Emery in this inning, has a runner on first with 1 down. Conover on first. Pitch to Johansson by Thomas. Attempted bunt and a strike and an 0-1 count.
Hits the 10 and then goes harmlessly out of the foul line along the third baseline.
Drake Stilson on deck for Emery. They need a 2-out rally here. 1 down, down 8 runs. Swing and a miss. No 2 count.
Chasing on that one.
Yeah. When you're down 9-1, you need base runners to get back in the game. You're not going to do it scoring 1 run until you got to get base runners.
This isn't the point of the game where you can start dinking and dunking your way back into the
There's
contest.
A little pop up. Second, nice catch coming over to make the play. Kimber from second base goes out, makes the catch for out number 2, and coming up to bat will be Drake Stilson.
Nice little no-look snag, reaches behind him, snaps the ball out of the air for out number 2. Now the Spartans really need a 2-out rally. They need to they need to at least tack 1 on the board, make it a taller task for the Cowboys to come into the mercy rule.
Stilson 0 for 2, grounded out to first in the first inning, struck out in the 4th. First pitch is outside and a ball and a 1-0 count.
And again, Reed just doing an excellent job behind home plate. He has run all over the place. He has not let a ball get past him all game, it seems.
1-0 count, 2 down. Runner on first for Emery, down 9-1. Top of the 6th, runner's going to go. The throw to second. Got him for out number 3. And that will end the inning.
Well, Sonny, we talked about that being a bit of a rarity, seeing throwouts like that, but we've seen 2 this game, one from the Spartans and one from the Cowboys. So Grantsville comes up big on the defensive side of things to push it to the bottom of the 6th.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 9-1 Grantsville when we come back.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing service to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Jensen up to bat for Grantsville. Stoker still in the game pitching for the Emery Spartans. The first pitch to Jensen. Swing and a miss. Jensen walked in the 2nd inning, tripled and scored a run in the 3rd. Flew out to left field in the 4th, so he is 1 for 2 on the day with 1 run being scored.
He swung on that first one with some bad intentions, Sonny. He wants to do some damage.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 pitches by Stoker, 2 swings by Jensen, 2 misses, so we have an 0-2 count.
It feels like Grantsville has a bit of a green light here to swing at anything they like, and given the score deficit up 9-1, that's probably a good call.
In the dirt, 1-2 count.
Bounces off into the dirt, nearly back into the strike zone, but no such luck as that one nearly goes behind Larson. As Stoker, again, goes into the windup.
There's a shot. Base hit. Goes out in the left field between short and 3rd. And the base hit for Jensen with the single.
That was a hard-struck single coming for Jensen. He reaches first on that. And now Grantsville trying to get the necessary runs to complete this mercy rule. Domination in the back half of this game has been for Grantsville. And it looks like a little bullpen miscue coming from Grantsville. Ball goes from there out into the outfield. They have to clear the field of play before giving the go-ahead to resume.
Hammond at the plate. Runner on first. There's the windup of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And an 0-1 count.
Stoker's control this inning has been pretty impressive. When he's hitting the zone and hitting those strikes, he's looked pretty good up on the hill.
Walked in the first, hit by a pitch in the 4th. He scored both times. Walked in the 3rd, scored both times. Runner on first with nobody down. Might have the runner on the pick, and they do for the out number 1. Nice play that time by Stoker.
Yeah, great read. Gets the ball over to first. Jensen gets a little confused, so he starts making his way towards second, and that ends up being his downfall as he jaunts back to the dugout.
So out number 1 is Hammond up to the plate. 9 runs on 10 hits for Grantsville today. The pitch is a ball on a 1-0 count.
Once their offense got warmed up in the bottom of the 3rd, Sonny, they didn't look back. They were firing on all cylinders, slowing down just a little bit now that they're up by 9.
Stoker High and away. 2-0 count.
Climbing up there.
Stoker. Nobody on play, just taking his time, trying to get in a rhythm, swing and fouled away.
And Sonny, when Emery scored that first run and drew first blood in this game, it felt like things were all going in favor of the Spartans. Grantsville having a run called back due to runner interference. It felt like things were shining on them, but then Grantsville sent a message in the bottom of the third.
Fly ball left field deep in the corner, off the wall. Right on the right side of the foul post. That'll be a double for Hammond.
That was a great shot, and you talk about coffin corners for punts. That was a coffin corner for the hit. Drops right next to that third base foul line after bouncing off the wall to stay fair.
That pickoff saved a run. It would be 10-1.
It did, and that you got to be looking at that positive there. This could have been a lot worse of a situation for the Spartans with one out.
Patton Rose walked in the second, sacrificed fly to left field in the third, tripled in the fourth. Got some RBIs on that triple. Stoker looks back at second. Pitches high in a ball and a 1-0 count.
Stoker, after starting off the inning pretty hot, trying to regain some of that control, he slipped a little bit following that pickoff that resulted in the out.
Carbon Logan next here on KOL. You have the Carbon Dinos sitting around us right now, getting you ready to take on game number 2 against Logan. So Emery and Carbon start the day off here, and I think you said it. It's best time of the day to play baseball. It's beautiful right now.
It is.
Strike is the count, 1-1.
Not too hot, things still warming up, but you got the nice breeze behind you, and you get that early morning feel. You're fresh, you're ready to go. It's much easier to play early in the morning as compared to a game later at night, because your body's just not used to being up and operating in an athletic capacity that late typically.
Stoker looks back at second, pretty good sized lead. There's a pitch, high in a ball, 2-1.
But yeah, again, what's most intriguing about the bottom half of this bracket, Sonny, is with the exception of Grantsville, every team here came by virtue of an upset. Logan, as the 14 seed, goes in and upsets number 3 Delta in a 3-game thriller. The Dinos go on the road to Morgan and take care of business. They get to advance to the bracket round of play. So all these teams peaking at the right time.
So back to second, not in time. So Emery playing a bit. We have Conover playing a little bit towards right field since this is a left-handed batter. Runner on second, 2-1 the count, 1 down. Stoker. Pitch in the dirt and the ball and a 3-1 count.
So now trying to avoid a walk, but last time we saw that happen was a walk to load the bases, and the Spartans able to turn a double play to escape the inning unscathed. So maybe trying to recreate a little bit of that magic. If you do end up in the walk, you got the force outs that you can turn to in the next batter.
When picking up a little bit more, going from home plate out to center field. Definitely a positive for the batter. There's a deep shot. Left center field, lands on the warning track. One run will score, and it'll be a double for Grantsville. Coming in to score, Hammond. Nice. Making it 10-1.
1 run away now from ending this game at the completion of this frame, Sonny. Instead of having to go through the top of the 7th, Grantsville could secure the mercy rule here.
Carter Reed up to bat. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts in the second. Strikeout in the fourth, he walked in the third.
Looks like a courtesy runner going to be coming in potentially. And to see what the official decision on that is from the coaching staff. And it will be. So Grantsville Caleb Atkinson taking his place at second base. Now a mound visit coming for Emery, trying to readjust. With one out in the inning, Sonny, and Grantsville already tacking one more on. How do you feel about their chances of going for another run this inning, especially given how well they've been performing in the later stages of this contest?
Well, you know, you're in the top of the 7th, Aiden, and now is when you start thinking about the next game. You know, you got to think about your pitching. Stoker's going to come out of the game. Coming into the ball game for Emery will be number 2.
Bodie Norton going to be taking the mound, the sophomore.
So he'll be the third pitcher of the ball game for Emery. So now you got to, you know, you're down 10-1. You got to start thinking about tomorrow now.
Yeah, you really do, Sonny. And you look at the pitch count, it's a wise decision because if you throw anywhere between 1 to 35 pitches in a game, you are required 0 days of rest. So with Norton's taking the mound, you save a pitcher, and more than likely you're not going to have to utilize him very far into this inning, barring a disaster.
Stoker pitched 50 pitches.
And
so
that
you just heard that from the PA announcer that does a really good job of keeping everybody updated on everything going on.
He does. He's been very useful to us so far, Sonny. But with that 50 pitches thrown, Stoker only required 1 day of rest, so we could see him coming back out of the bullpen or even starting coming up on Wednesday's contest.
So Bodie Norton will take his warm-ups. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the rest of the bottom of the 6th inning with Grantsville up 10-1.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Carter Reed at the plate for Grantsville with the runner on second. The pitch by Norton is a ball and a 1-0 count. Third pitcher in the ballgame for the Emery Spartans comes here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Norton through the season, Sonny, only 2 appearances, but a pretty stellar ERA of 3. So hasn't seen much action up on the mound, but when he has been in his limited appearances, he's taking care of business.
That pitch had some movement. Comes over the plate for a strike and a 1-1 count. Loaded with ones, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second. Norton's pitch. Fly ball. Left center field could be a problem. Diving forward, can't get to it, goes to the wall. Runner rounds third, 1 run will score, and it's a double to make it 11-1.
Yeah, but
that will be the ball game. With that double to center field, 10-run rule comes into effect, and the final score, Grantsville 11 and Emery 1.
And just a dominant performance starting from that 3rd inning on from Grantsville. Emery draws first blood, but from that point on, weren't able to do much with any of their opportunities. They fall to the Cowboys 11-1. They fall into the 1-loss bracket of today's contest, where they're going to play against the loser of our next contest between the Carbon Dinos and Logan. So a lot on the line coming up on this next 2 game, and a lot of implications heading on into the remainder of this state tournament. Now, Sonny, remember, you and I are guaranteed to be here at least until Wednesday, just based on how this bracket shakes up. And, you know, it's not I was hoping we'd see a win from both of these 2 teams so we could see a matchup in the 2-win bracket, or the winners bracket, but right now not shaping up to be the case, but a potential matchup between these 2 region foes still on the table.
Strong showing for Grantsville. They come away with an 11-1 win over the Emery Spartans. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. We'll talk about today's game. We'll take a little break, and then when we come back, it'll be the Carbon Dinos taking the field against Logan. So don't go anywhere. Keep it right here on KOAL.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Diagnostics?
Check.
Transmissions?
Check.
Oil changes?
Check. Checks Auto Repair. Honest, affordable, and customer focused. Checks Auto Repair is new to the community. From diagnostics to engine repairs or any other service, you get a flat hourly labor rate with no hidden fees.
East Main Street, next to Arby's and Price. Follow Checks Auto Repair on Facebook. Call 630-6699. Check engine light?
Take it to Checks.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
Welcome back in to baseball here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM. We're live from Lindquist Field in beautiful Ogden, Utah, as the Emery Spartans fall in the opening game of the knockout rounds of the 3A state tournament. 11-1 to number 2 seeded Grantsville, Sonny. A hard-fought battle in between both of these two teams, but once Grantsville got on a roll, it felt like it was the beginning of the end for Emery. That offense, hard to stop.
Yeah, they got into a rhythm after the first inning and never looked back. A great offensive showing for them, a great offensive showing by Fawson at the plate, and also a great defensive showing on the mound by Fawson as well.
Yeah, he was dominant throughout the contest, Sonny. Loved what we saw from Fawson, and he had control. He had a shaky start to the game in that first inning, loading the bases, hitting 2 batters, but following that, Sonny, he was able to just put on a show up on the hill. Hard to stop once he got going, and when he got into his rhythm, Sonny, he was working with mechanical efficiency, trying to keep themselves going, and he helped power the Cowboys to a win.
Yep, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more of the Landon Diesel Service pregame show right here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
You're listening to Emery High School baseball on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.
Welcome back to the Landon Diesel Service pregame show as we get ready for the Carbon Dinos to take on Logan in game number 2 of our doubleheader. The Emery Spartans fall short 11-1 to a very good Grantsville Cowboy team. That puts the Emery Spartans, they will be playing at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's going to be another fun early game, Sonny, and they're going to be playing the loser of our next contest between the Carbon Dinos and the Grizzlies of Logan. So you look at it, both of these teams have a lot to play for still. Emery, probably going to be throwing Trig Jensen tomorrow as they continue in bracket play in a do-or-die game against one of these two teams that are standing in front of us right now.
Yeah, so the winner of the Carbon-Logan game that we're getting ready to do will play. The winner will play Grantsville, loser will play Emery. So we know what's ahead of us, but as we look at the top bracket, Union, Providence, Canyon View, and Manti, those games will be later on this afternoon after the first set.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun time seeing what happens in the bottom half of this bracket and then moving on this afternoon to the top half. See what could shake up as we get further and further to that championship game.
So Grantsville looks good on the offensive side. After a couple of innings, they got into the rhythm. Boston, it took him one inning to get into the rhythm after that. He looked good for the rest of the day. Emery the first inning, they had the opportunity. They had bases loaded, got hit by a couple of pitches, something Boston doesn't do very often. They had bases loaded with one out. Didn't take advantage of that situation, came up scoreless.
Yeah, and that feels like it was a big turning point in this game, Sonny, being unable to secure that.
So we will take a break, and when we come back, we'll get ready for game number 2 when we come back.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Emery High School baseball continues on the home of the Spartans.
News Talk 107.3 FM and 750 AM KOAL.
So once again, the final score, Grantsville 11, Emery 1. Emery will play tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We will be here for that game. Now, we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be back with the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. For game number 2, the Carbon Dinos will play Logan. The winner of this game plays Grantsville. The loser plays plays Emery tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So that's where we sit. We'll take a quick break, and we will see you in a few minutes for game number 2 here on KOAL 107.3 FM and 750 AM.